Moldova's President Maia Sandu said that authorities have clear evidence of Russian interference and, quote, fraud of unprecedented proportions at the vote on the 20th of October. But with the presidential elections now going into the second round, what can Russia do within the next 10 days to influence that vote? Moldovan authorities claim that there have been a few attempts by Russian and pro-Russian forces to influence the result of the vote and consequently to destabilize Moldova. The Institute for the Study of War reported that according to the Moldovan police, around 300 Moldovans learned about protest tactics at the training ground near Moscow. Christina Howard, Russia researcher at the Institute for the Study of War, told Euronews that Moscow will keep trying to destabilize the society. We saw indicators that Russia was trying to launch protests in Moldova and turn those protests violent. Moscow may still try to use its proxies to foment violent protests in Moldova in the coming weeks. The Kremlin will very likely use its proxies in Moldova over the next 2 weeks to try to influence the second round of voting. Moscow is also not going to accept the results of the referendum easily, and the Kremlin has already started to claim that the voting was not free and fair. One of the key elements of Russia's interference attempts was the pro-Russian breakaway area of Transnistria, especially when it comes to bribing, including its attempts to bribe the voters. Kremlin proxies in Moldova were bribing Moldovan voters with Russian money, but the Moldovans could only receive the cash through a complex series of bank transfers, including through banks in Transnistria. The Institute for the Study of War experts assess that Moldova in 2024 is very similar to Ukraine between 2014 and February 2022, and the Kremlin has enacted elements of its hybrid war playbook in both countries as part of its long-standing efforts to reshape the governance of Ukraine and Moldova.